Tesla's Q2 earning report is going to be released in the next 13 minutes. Sit back, relax, and in this video, we're going to be watching Tesla stock react to its quarterly earning reports. For those that are unaware, what's going on, guys? My name is Ricky. I have a little bit over 1.1 million subscribers here on YouTube, and my favorite thing to do is, of course, trade live in the market every single morning. So if you've never watched me trade live, it's the second link in the description down below. I do it every single morning, and again, would love to have you get a taste of what our LPP team gets to experience every single day. So very excited to see the market react to Tesla's earnings. Tesla is probably one of the biggest companies reporting earnings this week, definitely the most popular company. And then next week, we have big tech reporting earnings, such as Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, the trillion-dollar companies, right? So next week is a very significant week. This week is for all the fanboys, including myself, and we're going to be watching Tesla. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. I got NASDAQ market behind me. I got Tesla on the screen right now. Tesla's down 0.28%, so nothing too significant. But yeah, so let's see. Okay, so we have some of you guys tuning on in right now. What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. I'm going to move you guys on over to my second screen over here just to not, clog the screen. But for those that are unaware, what is market's expectation? Just depending on what you use to try to determine market's expectation. I mean, on Google, it says expectation for the earnings per share is 82 cents per share, and then the revenue is 24.73 billion. I've seen, investing.com give an expectation of 0.8%, right? Or 80 cents per share instead of 82 cents, and the expectation being at 24.72 instead of 20.73. But as of right now, this is what Google is stating that the market is expecting. Again, it's all just expectation. I've seen it many times. If you've never watched it before yourself, I've seen it many times where a stock reports their quarterly earnings and it comes in better than expected, meaning that they beat earnings per share and they beat overall revenue, and the stock still sells off. So I think a lot of it will have to do with how much it outpaces or outperforms the current expectation. I mean, Tesla has come from an amazing rally, right? From overall lows of, I thought it was 101, right? Let me look at there it goes. 101 to overall highs of $300 a share is pretty much what it touched today. So think about that. That's, a 200% return. It's absolutely insane. Congratulations to all those long-term investors. One thing that I want to remind you is that even if Tesla stock, I love having my titles where it's like, oh, crash coming soon or pullback. You guys know that I just, it's just YouTube, right? But at the end of the day, if you're an investor, right, like I'm an investor for Tesla, even if Tesla stock does pull on back, let's say that it drops 5 or 10%, to me, I have no intention of selling anytime soon. I'm in it for the long haul, 5, 10, 20 years plus. I don't need the money. I don't want it. I believe in the company. Like I said, I am an Elon fanboy. And if it pulls on back, I don't have to buy with an insane amount of money, but I view it as a dip buy opportunity, right? Because my intention is not to sell anytime soon. So even if things do get worse before they get better, I try to the best of my ability not to freak out, because at the end of it, just like anything, we have really strong rallies and then there's corrections that tend to follow. I'm not saying that Tesla is going to correct itself. I'm just saying that even if it does, I want you to understand my intention, and my intention doesn't have to be something that you personally agree with. But it's just, I think, something important to take note of, right? That we can all have different intentions with, the same specific company. So Tesla is waiting for any news to break 300, good or bad, in my opinion. All right, what's going on, Chatty? What's up? So doesn't Tesla report earnings at 2:30 Eastern time? I heard that it was right at market close, but you might be correct. It might be at 2:30. So I can double check on over here. So all right. I know that they have their earnings call at 5:30, so that's a little bit different, right? And that's 3 hours ahead because that's Eastern Standard Time, right? So I'll have to double check on that. It should be at close. To my understanding, I thought it was at close, and then what is it, like an hour and a half after, 30 minutes after the close, then the earnings call begins. But that's the second movement, right? Is this live? What's going on, Arnold? Nope, this is not live. This is just me able to predict what you are going to say, and I'm able to catch it in the live stream. Yeah, this is live. So again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little live stream. So it should be in the next 7 minutes that Tesla reports earnings. And if it's not too much to ask, we greatly appreciate it if you guys can consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing. I do want to remind you that if you do want to partake in that live chat, it's only the people that are subscribed to the channel that can partake in it. And I'd love to answer any questions you might have. And even after this video, if I can't answer your question in the live chat, just because I don't see it, right, feel free to send me a direct message via Discord or via Instagram. And that's the first or third link in the description down below. So, all right, we got 7 minutes left. Let's run a poll. You guys think we should run a poll? I'm going to run a poll right now. And so we'll... Alrighty. Asking the community. So will Tesla stock beat or miss expectations? So you guys let me know in the poll. All right. I can tell we have more Elon fanboys in the live chat. Let's be honest. He's like our modern day Iron Man. Am I right? Are you going to get a Cybertruck? I had mine pre-ordered, right? Just like everyone else back in 2019. I would love to get one, and if I don't like it, I can film videos and then end up reselling it. You guys know how I am, right? I know that the expectation of changing the price is expected, but I'm fine with that. I would still like to get one. So I think they look pretty cool, and I don't have a truck. I would sell my G-Wagon, and I'll get that Cybertruck. I think that would be pretty dope. You guys let me know what you think. Would you rather want a G-Wagon or a Cybertruck? I'm kind of over... I think the G-Wagon's dope, but it's a Cybertruck, right? Let's be honest. Raffle it off. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe the next giveaway a little Cybertruck. All right. We have 5 minutes left for the market to close and for Tesla to be reporting earnings. So here we go. Testing support right now. Looks like we're testing support right on over here for NASDAQ, or right around that moving average. I don't know if you guys ever do this, but on the 5 minute things tend to be a little bit more clear. So there's not that many quick changes of direction. And the same thing over here. The reason I have it on the 1 minute is obviously Tesla's going to be reporting earnings, so I want to get the most up to date, right? Because it's expected to be pretty volatile, most likely. So on the 5 minute, it's very easy to see. I don't know if you guys tend to overtrade. I know that's a big mistake that I make often. But one of the things that I love sharing with my LPP team is, again, I like to share best practices and mistakes. And it's very easy to see, or much easier to see on the 5 minute time frame, when the market or that specific individual stock is bullish, when it's holding above the EMA on the 5 minute. And then you can see here, we got that little sell signal. We broke below the super trend. We broke below EMA. And then we got that confirmation. Ever since then, it's been forming lower highs, lower lows, and continues to get rejected, right? Every time it tries to pick up, gets rejected. Every time it tries to pick up, gets rejected. Every time, gets rejected, right? We talked about it during our live session with the LPP team. It's kind of like a wave holding the overall pattern down below the wave whenever the pattern is trading below either the moving average or that EMA. And in my opinion, the moving average on the 5 minute tends to be more accurate because it takes more to move that moving average, as I have the 200 moving average instead of, my 45 EMA that I have in place, right? So just food for thought. Looks like we're seeing a lot of consolidation here. This is probably where we're going to close, right around 292 for Tesla, right? Showing signs of a support unless we see a quick change of direction right at market close. And that's going to be in the next, next 2.5 minutes. As long as the share price goes up by Friday. I'm not a fortune teller, Elaine, but it sounds like you have some calls on Tesla. Am I correct? Did you sell your Tacoma? I did. I sold it to a friend of mine, and then he ended up selling it. Oh, that's too good. Here we go. One thing that I do want to share with you is I know a lot of people that follow me pay attention to NASDAQ. I do believe that Tesla's earnings report can influence the NASDAQ market. I just want to remind you that the influence that Tesla has to NASDAQ, the exposure is not very much. So Tesla would have to move quite aggressively for it to drive the price up or down on NASDAQ. It's a different story if like Apple or Microsoft or Google were to be reporting earnings, right? Tesla just makes up a smaller portion of the NASDAQ. And this rebalance is what we're going to experience again on July 26th. So I made a video on that if you guys haven't checked it out already. So I just like to close the week green. Of course, I think we all do, right? Oh, I'm happy to hear. So I'm in Germany, so I can't trade after market close. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, again, there's nothing wrong with just paying attention, right? We have less than 1 minute left. And again, if it's not too much to ask for all those that are tuning on in, again, please make sure you drop a thumbs up. I'm going to be hosting more of these live streams while the market reacts to different quarterly earning reports as they come on by. So if it's not too much to ask, subscribe to the channel, and you can also partake in that live chat. And if you have any questions after this live session, feel free to send me a direct message via Instagram or via Discord, which are all linked in the description down below. So, all right. Of course, live in the moment. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We got 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's see. All right. And no way it goes red, right? It's Tesla. No way. Are we out yet? This thing has to gap up. Wait, here goes, break. Here goes, watch for the break. Wow, it's really influencing NASDAQ. Look at that, it's actually moving it quite a bit. Here it goes. Tesla in 5 minutes. Green, baby, let's see it. We have 97% of you in this live chat that believe Tesla will beat earnings. One thing that I want to remind you, right? There's two parts to these earnings. There's the earnings report, and then there's the guidance call. Both can be positive. One can be positive. One can be negative. Both can be negative. That will all determine based off of what is said. So again, just a reminder for all of our beginners that have never experienced an earnings report. I don't want you to feel like you were not, you're unaware of what's to come. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into it, but I just want to make sure that I do my part in making you aware of what makes up these earnings. Yeah. Netflix crushing it. Let's go ahead and take a sneak peek on Netflix. Netflix with a What do you mean it's crushing it? Oh my God, yeah, crushing it like on the way down. If you have some puts, holy smokes. Down 5% so far on the day. Will it hold? Is this an overreaction? Oh my goodness. Here it goes. Tesla going back to where it closed at. Wow. Wow. Yeah, because I know Netflix reports earnings, right? And there it goes. United Airlines just reported earnings. And here it goes. United Airlines up 2.8% on the day. Here it goes. Tesla is green. Netflix is down 3.6%. How are you guys feeling about this? All right, Tesla looking like it's still trying to identify which way it's going to be moving. Right, we have 3 minutes left until Tesla reports. Okay. All right, we got 2 minutes, a minute and a half. Netflix back in the green. Let's check that out. I'm going to put Netflix back here just so we can keep an eye on it since it's pretty volatile, right? Something to pay attention to. All right. Here we go. All right, guys, it should be 30 seconds, right? Here it goes, 22 seconds, right? A little stopwatch here. For those that like the platform that I'm using, I am using Webull. It is available to everyone in the US. Right now, they do have a sign-up bonus that if you use my link, which you don't have to, but it's the 5th link in the description down below, you'll earn up to 12 free shares when you deposit $5. So I do have a video on it. And there it goes, Tesla reporting earnings. And let's see if it beats it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. It has to beat it, right? It's Tesla. Oh, no, 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 no. No way. No way. No way it's negative. No way. You're lying. No way. Earnings per share gap was 0.78. No way, no way, no way. Wow, that's actually quite surprising. That is. I did not expect that from... Yeah, it looks like it's trying to come back, right? They still have their guidance call to go off of. Wow. I'm actually quite surprised. I mean, Tesla is pretty volatile. It's had an amazing run in 2023, right? A very impressive run. 200% in 2023 alone is what it gained from lows of 101 to highs of 300. So, okay. Now I'm getting mixed from... All right, here we go. I'm going to pin it in the live chat just so you guys could all see it. So we have Tesla's official earnings in, and it shows that Tesla's earnings per share of 91 cents per share, beating expectations of 82 cents, and revenue was 24.9 billion, beating expectation. But one thing that the reason that it might be dropping has to be because of their net profits, right? But there it goes. Look, Tesla's turning back around. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see how QQQ is looking. There it goes. Looks like it's picking right back up, just like Tesla. Tesla is up. There it goes. And watch Elon fanboys take over. Here it goes. Let's see. Testing out. This is a pretty valid resistance, but again, there's a lot of demand right now. Remember, the stock market is an auction. Buyers and sellers know when to lock it in. I know a handful of you guys were talking about buying the dip on Tesla. It looks like that would have been a quick little decent day trade, right? Nothing too significant. Oh, shoot. I didn't think that it was that significant. 4.3%. Congratulations. That's actually really impressive. That's a huge, in my opinion, that's a huge return. From overall lows to current highs. Yeah, 4%. That's an insane move. Congrats. Grab some at 287.60. Congrats. I like that. Looks like we're dropping once again, though. Slight signs of a resistance. Not dropping, my apologies. But definitely showing signs of a resistance here. All right, here it goes. Going back to retest. All right, and here it goes. Tesla up 1.6%, 1.7%. I'm actually still surprised. NASDAQ, look at that, right? Even with Tesla gapping up nearly 2% on the day, do you see how significant the lack of influence that it has on NASDAQ? Look at this. This is NASDAQ behind me. And this is what Tesla's experiencing right now on my screen, right? Pretty wild, no? All right, there it goes. Well, let's see how many of you guys actually lock in profits. Again, that's a big area of opportunity, I know, for a lot of traders. So first off, congratulations to everyone who took advantage of that dip buy opportunity. I mean, does it surprise me from the Tesla fanboys? No, definitely not. I mean, we've seen it time and time again where it sells off and it quickly recovers. The only thing that I do want to remind you is that we do have Tesla's guidance call. Tesla's guidance call is, again, their earnings call, which is where their executives give future forecasts and kind of explain what happened in their Q2 earning reports, but then also give future expectations of the company. And based off of that, in my opinion, will really determine if Tesla continues to rally or if Tesla comes right back down. So it looks like Tesla's trying to make its way back up to that $300 price point. We are so freaking close at $299.29. So how are the earnings? So if you can see, I pinned Tesla's earnings to this live chat. So if you can't see that, then I'm pretty sure everyone should be able to see it. But Tesla's earnings are pinned to this live chat because I know that's why all of you guys are tuning on in. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. But it beat expectation both on the earnings per share and the overall revenue, to my understanding. Here it goes. Revenue, yep. Earnings per share, the forecast. So this shows the forecast of 0.79. The earnings per share actually reported 0.91. Forecast was 24.29 billion. Revenue was 24.93 billion. Again, the big concern has to be, and there it goes. This does not surprise me. The big concern has to be, what are the net profits? What is the take home? That's what I actually want to, I don't know if you guys would like me to make a video on that. I know I make videos all the time, but I just want to make sure enough people want the video to happen. But I think that would be quite interesting to kind of dig into their financials and to, break down of overall revenue, it beat expectation, but net profits, supposedly a lot of analysts had the expectation that Tesla was going to have one of its worst net proceeds quarters this quarter, right? That would be helpful. Yeah, I mean, if you guys get this video to over 1,000 likes, I'd be more than happy to host that little video for you guys. So I don't even know how many people are on here, but if it's not too much to ask, drop a thumbs up. Again, I'd love to host more of these live sessions for you guys, watching or catching the market's reaction. I think it's a lot of fun. I love having you guys here answering some questions, and I feel like trading is really lonely sometimes. So again, it's kind of like one of our live sessions in the morning that we host every single morning, but now it just has to do with quarterly earnings, right? So, all right. And here it goes. We got NASDAQ dropping. NASDAQ is down 0.17. That's actually quite surprising. We have Tesla down 1.2%. Guys, this is not looking the best. It has to be their financials. Let's see. $480,000 vehicles. That's Yeah, that has to be the most vehicles ever produced and delivered within a quarter. But again, the big concern was how much money they took home because of their price drops, right? Earnings per share, there we have it. So for all those that are asking, I also have it pinned. Just to make sure you're aware. It looks like it's trying to catch its way back up. All right. Okay, so operating cash profitability highlights 9.6% operating margin. Q was a record quarter. Operating margin remained healthy at approximately 10% even with price reductions. That's not bad, right? Can you believe that, right? See this breakdown. Our operating margin remained healthy at an approximate 10% with everything that Elon does. And I think this says a lot about running a business. And for all those business owners out there, their margin, right, operating margin, what they really try to focus on is trying to make 10% on, after cost of goods of the overall vehicle. I think that's just like, that really sheds some light, like for all those that have businesses out there, e-commerce stores, whatever the case might be. I mean, one of the largest companies out there operates at this grand scale, right? They're obviously investing a ton into their future, but at 10% operating margin, I think that's quite impressive. So Cybertruck factory tooling on track producing RC4 builds. Model Y became the best-selling vehicle globally in Q1. Okay, increase in our cash and investments quarter over quarter to 23.1 billion. Free cash flow of In conclusion, we are focusing on cost reduction, new product development that will endure future growth, investment, and research and development, better vehicle financing options, continuous. That has to be a big thing because financing options right now for vehicles are really expensive based off of higher interest rates. So I'm sure that's an issue that they're trying to overcome. Continuous products improvements and generation of free cash flow. Yeah, I'm not generally impressed by the 1 billion, obviously, with how large the company is. The challenges of these uncertain times are not over, but we believe that we have the right ingredients for a long-term success of the business throughout a variety of high potential projects. I still want to learn more. I want to see if in this earnings call they talk about those 2 new products that Elon talked about last time during his investor roundup. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I think that would be quite interesting. Total revenue grew 47% year over year. Yep. Yep. So this is the big thing, profitability, right? Our operating income decreased slightly year over year to 2.4 billion in Q2, resulting in a 9.6% operating margin. Year over year operating income was primarily impacted by the following terms, and this is probably what we talked about, right? Gross profits growth in energy business as well as service and other lower cost per vehicle. Yep, remember, which includes lower raw material, lower costs, and IRA credits. Okay. Growth in vehicle deliveries despite margin headwind from under new factories. Negative FX impact, so increase in operating expenses driven by Cybertruck, AI, and other large product. Of course, you have to include the AI because if not, your stock won't skyrocket. So cost of production ramps. Let's see, going right back up to previous highs. Okay. Looks like it did find a support here. Let's see if it goes back to retest that same resistance range. What time is the guidance call? Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's either 30 minutes or 1 hour and 30 minutes after the market closed. So it's either in 12 minutes or in 1 hour and 12 minutes. So okay. These are the charts that he shows us during his Tesla Cyber Roundup, but instead of quarter over quarter, it's just year over year. Nice. Little Cybertruck testing. Look at that. Little dirty boy. That's dope. That's pretty cool. Wow. So many employees there. Okay. I have to obviously look at this at a later time, and then just get the key highlights, and I'll make a video on it. Okay. So overall, for those that are tuning in a little bit later, Tesla, as of right now, it is up after market hours 1.2%. This is before their guidance call, so just a little heads up on that. That's going to be the next catalyst, either good or bad, based off of what is said. Their report came in at earnings per share at 0.91, so expectation was around 0.8. So beating earnings per share and also beating revenue, 24.93 billion versus the 24.29 billion. So again, overall, based off of forecast or beat both on earnings per share and on revenue. So we could see that highlight right on over here. So other than that, that's really just it. Looks like we're testing that same resistance. Overall, NASDAQ market is unfortunately down, but I think it's also waiting for Tesla to be reporting earnings. I do want to follow up. Netflix did report earnings and they are down 3.8% so far. United Airlines, if this is any hint on what could be for American Airlines tomorrow, it's looking pretty positive, right? United Airlines is up 2.6% as travel has increased for 2023. So all right. Do you trade earnings? Yeah, I do from time to time, but the earnings call hasn't happened yet. So I like to wait for the reaction. We have this very simple saying within our LPP team that's it goes by, I would rather be late to a rally than early to a sell-off. Right now, everything looks great for Tesla until the earnings call comes out and whatever it is said can dump the overall market, right? If there's greater expectation than what is actually reported, which I don't think that there is, right? I mean, Tesla, it's Tesla, and hopefully they have nothing but great things to say. But nonetheless, I don't know. So instead of trying to guess, I like to keep it simple. I've made enough mistakes in my life before that. Again, I would rather be late to a rally than early to a sell-off. So, okay. Let's see. And there it goes, NASDAQ dropping once again. So, of course, Kevin, thank you again for tuning on in. I hope that you enjoyed the little live session. So it's at 5:30 Eastern time. So quick recap on Carvana. Didn't Carvana report earnings pre-market? Looks like Carvana is down, but it's up 40% on the day. Yeah. So we talked about this during our live trading session with the LPP team today. But Carvana from market open sold off, right? So this is a perfect example of all of the activity happened pre-market. Everything that happened during normal trading hours, even right now, is all still below previous highs. It's not that you couldn't have made money. It's that, again, the risk is very, very high. When something's up 40%, it's up to you if you want to expose yourself to that kind of risk. I just choose not to. But just because I choose not to doesn't mean that you shouldn't. It just means that it's just too risky for me, especially for the dollar amount that I trade with. So very excited to follow up. If you're part of LPP, again, I'll keep you guys up to date with what I hear from that earnings call. I actually have to go to the Tesla Center right now to pick up my Tesla because it was at the shop because the AC went out on the Plaid. So I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little live session. Again, I plan to host more of these as Apple and Amazon and Google and Microsoft report earnings next week. So I would love to have you for those live sessions. So please make sure that you subscribe, and hopefully I earned your thumbs up. Also, don't forget, again, we are going to be trading live tomorrow right at market open. And if you want to be able to tune on into that live session, that's going to be that second link in the description down below. And if you have any questions before joining, send me a direct message via Discord, and that's the first link in the description down below. I appreciate your time, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.